Hello, Alex.
Hello, hi. How does the wind blow where thou art?
Pretty cold today, but I think we've already done this one, so how about we try something else? I think that's pretty much exactly word for word what we did for the very first one.
No way.
Yep.
So my brain just literally went to the exact same thing.
On a cold day, so my response was the same. How does your tummy rumble?
My tummy doth rumble quite a bit. Yeah, I haven't had dinner.
No, me neither. We're not going to get dinner because we've got to talk about this podcast episode. Yay! Art is pain.
Surprise, everyone. While this might seem like the people and podcasts that you love, it is not.
This is the second episode of Bro You Fine.
Bro You Fine.
Yeah.
Totally in sync.
Yep. And the real hosts. As we discussed in the first one, we let the interim hosts have their go, and we've taken it over.
It's us. It's us from now till forever. Please send in your comments and how much you prefer us to the normal hosts. We will force them to read it.
We're sat in the cart, the reins are in our hands. We're the podcast hosts now. You're actually a little bit more up to date on this than me, because obviously I watched... We're going to talk about film, I should add. I watched the film when I first came up with this idea, just to refresh my memory. And then, because of you flying to a undisclosed location, and then just, like, also other stuff, we got delayed on the recording until now, and I haven't actually watched it since. I was going to watch it this afternoon, and then I went for a dentist appointment instead.
Oh, such fun. Yeah. I'd rather go to the dentist. No,
really. I
wouldn't.
But actually, it was just a checkup. Full bill of oral health, and is the tradition for getting a positive dental checkup, you have to have a hot chocolate afterwards.
I've not actually done that.
Oh, so it's this tradition I set up that it doesn't have to be hot chocolate, because if you go in the summer, obviously you might not want hot chocolate. But all those years ago, when I used to be able to pay £20 to the dentist for a checkup, when it was below 20, and you used to get some change, I would use the change to buy a chocolate bar as just a defiant act against the dentist, because that money that they gave me got immediately spent. These days, obviously, it's more than £20, and also with cards and things, it's a lot easier. I should point out, I was a child when I introduced this rule. Like, this has been me as an adult. I have always, like, whenever I've gone to the dentist, the very next thing I do is I buy either, like, a hot chocolate or a chocolate bar or something. The ultimate thing to do with money that the dentist gives you is to then go and spend that on chocolate. But we're getting sidetracked. So, I wanted to talk about a film that... Oh, I mean, it was a very big part of, not like formative, but a very, very big part of like my childhood and Luke, my brother's, who's like occasionally on this podcast.
Every now and then.
Every now and then, when we deem that he can have an episode. I was thinking about this actually the other day. I think it probably stems to the fact that back when we were children, it would have been like the time of VHS. It's got to be. I mean, I know it came out in '96, so we first had it on VHS.
Dating yourselves there a little bit. VHS, what's that, old man?
Yeah, we got a deep dive for you on VHS.
Back in my day, when I were a lad.
Very hard. What does the S stand for?
I don't even know.
I don't know. VHS must have stood for something. I have no idea.
I just called them tapes. I have no idea.
But basically, like, back in those days, you either had the choice of... I mean, this is before even, like, Sky and Netflix and Disney Plus or whatever. You had, like, 3 channels on the TV or VHS options.
Yeah, you could go out and rent them.
I thought you were slamming me and you were going to say, or you could just go outside instead of watching TV.
Who am I to say that to anyone?
I thought that was like the ultimate. It's like, oh, you could have just gone outside.
You could have gone, for a walk.
So like, obviously, as children, because you don't want to watch all the boring stuff that's on, like, the 3 channels that were on. Like, VHSs were pretty important to children, I think. Or particularly to me and Luke, anyway. And so, Dragonheart is what we're talking about. I don't know if I've said that yet. Dragonheart was one of the most watched VHS tapes we ever had, I think. Yeah, almost certainly. Jurassic Park, for me, personally, but Dragonheart probably for the two of us. And to this day, it is still one of those films I absolutely love. It's like, if you just feel ill and under the weather and you just want to put something on for comfort, Dragonheart.
I totally agree.
Or Jurassic Park. But that's a different story, because I'm only allowed to talk about one thing. I think I kind of... Not that I fell out of love with Dragonheart, but I think when I got to like the teenage years and I was trying to be cool, back when I thought I could be. You know, when you're under this illusion that maybe you could be cool, I started to try and tone down my nerdiness, or certainly, like, keep it locked away. And so Dragonheart kind of went by the wayside a little bit. I mean, I know certainly I'd have left school by the time I was having, like, a nostalgic dive of getting certain DVDs. This is, again, before Netflix even happened and things. It was just like, oh, yeah, I'd like to watch that again. I'll get the DVD. And I actually found out that there were 4 Dragonheart movies.
Yeah, I just found this out today.
Well,
and part of my research for this episode, it's like, what?
There are 5 Dragonheart movies today. When I bought the DVDs, there were 4. A 5th one has come out, and I have not owned it. I do not own it. I only found this out like a couple of weeks ago. So I am going to have to watch the 5th one just for pure
science
completionism. I love Dragonheart 1. The other 3 are. Somebody put effort into them, so I'm not gonna hate on them because
don't be twatch.
As a creator, I don't want to hate. I never try and hate on people. I don't like them. I'm not saying that they're terrible movies. They're just not as good as the first. And I think part of the issue is none of the original cast pop up in any of them.
Okay, we're just cashing in on the name, maybe.
Yeah, you know, have you seen like that? There's more than one Scorpion King.
Are you kidding me right now?
No. So this is exactly the same thing. What? Like the Scorpion King with The Rock.
Yes.
I mean, it was already a spin-off of The Mummy, but never mind. And then
famously bad CGI, but I loved it.
No. You're thinking of The Mummy Returns, where The Rock is CGI'd as the Scorpion King. The Scorpion King is the prequel.
No, that's true. There is the Scorpion King prequel. I forgot.
Where The Rock has his own storyline. But it turns out that there is actually, like, I don't know, there's at least 2 and 3, there's probably 4 and 5 for the Scorpion King, but none of them have, like, any of the original actors, I'm pretty sure. And like, I watched the second one, and I was like, this is, like, I'm not watching this is a waste of my time. So it has
if The Rock's not in it, I'm not down for it.
I mean, come on, full disclosure. Shirtless Rock.
Shirtless Rock.
Perfectly
what
oiled body in
to
the desert. If I was living in the desert, I don't think I'd oil my body. I'm just saying, that seems like a sizzle-ish.
It's a bit of a sizzle, it'll cause a bit of, the sand will stick to you. And then
true.
Then you're a sandy body, not an oily body.
Or maybe that's like how they used sunscreen kind of thing. It's like you oil yourself up, roll in the sand, and then you don't get the UV rays.
It's actually just a smart thing. They just didn't show him rolling around.
But we're getting sidetracked because we're not talking about the Scorpion King. We are talking about Dragonheart. Long story short, like I say, loved it as a child. Didn't fall out of love, but kind of like locked that love away, trying to be cool. And then as an adult, when like all my friends had like gone their different ways and I could be just my nerdy self again, fell like in love with it. Now this is the fun thing. I've known you, Alex, for 12 years?
Do we have to do the math on this?
I was trying to work it out, and I think it's roughly 12 years since we first
met. It's 2024 now. If we minus 2007, that's 17 years.
That can't be right.
I've
known you too long. One more year and our relationship can legally drink.
Hold on a second. Does this mean we've known each other longer than we've not known each other?
Possibly, yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, I've known you for what now? Okay, so yeah, 17 years or whatever. It's only these last kind of 2 months I found out that you two liked the Dragonheart.
The Dragonheart. Yes, I have seen it, and I actually chose to rewatch it during lockdown. So I have seen it fairly recently, and I loved it as much as I did when I saw it on VHS, most likely, all those years ago. I had forgotten that Sean Connery voices Draco.
That's one of the reasons why I love it.
The dragon. Could they have chosen a better voice? I don't think so.
No, right?
Perfect. Then Professor Lupin.
That's what I was going to get to.
Bad guy. Oh, I'm stealing your thunder. Go.
You are. You're actually stealing my thunder because that's a big point I was going to make. Circle back round to. When I got back into it as an adult kind of thing, or a young adult anyway, when I watched it as an adult, obviously the Harry Potter films were coming out. And Lupin has always been my favourite Harry Potter character. Even before the films, because obviously I read the books. I mean, he's a werewolf. What's up with that? It's so cool.
What is up with that? And he's like a chocolate fanatic or something, because he's like, eat this chocolate, you'll feel better. And it does make you feel better. Maybe that's where this all came from. Dentist.
But no, like you say, the guy who plays Lupin, also, because I like Lupin's character, and the guy plays him really well, I really like that actor as well. I think that's the first time I probably came to appreciate that actor. But then I came back to watching Dragonheart like all those years ago now, and I was like, hey, that's like a really young Lupin or whatever. And he plays Einan, who is the prince, who is Well, he's evil, isn't he? Let's face it. He is like a corrupted evil prince, and he corrupts
What?
the Dragonheart.
No. Hang on. Just like, for the record, spoiler alerts, audience.
It came out in 1996, Audience, it came out in 1996.
Some of you weren't even born then.
That is a scary thought.
Was Luke even born then? Who knows?
Were we?
Were we born then?
But no, the other thing I wanted to say, and this absolutely blows my mind, because I was doing some research, just refreshing my mind this morning before work and things. Only a 50% score on Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
What is up with the
first
internet?
of all, Rotten Tomatoes, I don't trust it. Not at all. 0%. They don't like the movies I like, and they hate the movies. Wait, I'm saying the same thing
They
twice.
love the movies you hate, and they hate the movies you love.
Yes.
Yeah, I have the same issue with Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't agree with Rotten Tomatoes, but you know what I do kind of agree with is the IMDb rating, where 7 is a pretty high score.
I don't know what it has on IMDb, actually. I've forgotten.
No, I'm having a look now.
I did check, and I have forgotten, because I got so angry about the Rotten Tomatoes score. 6.4 out of 10. Now, hear me out, Internet. This is why I also take umbrage with the Rotten Tomatoes score, because it's 50% based on 30 reviews.
30 people took the time... That's not enough people.
I could put a review on now and change that score significantly.
You know what? Can we do that right now?
Yeah, let's just alter the Rotten
Tomatoes.
Just bear with us whilst we actively give this 5 stars.
Login/sign up. Oh, man. You know what? Just, audience, I will do this after the show.
Okay, I'm not going to say your name. I'm not going to call you out, but one person is a laughable disaster. How could you say that?
How? A laughable disaster? It's charming and lighthearted, and the CGI is quite good, even though they're clearly off on the dragon. But it's animated quite well, I think.
Yeah, but also 1996. You've got to cut them some slack.
I mean, what else came out? Oh, Jurassic Park came out, but they didn't CGI.
There is some CGI in Jurassic Park, but a lot of it is also mechanical.
Okay, I'm signing up now. Dragonheart. Vengeance in 2020. 2020? Is that when the latest one came out?
Yeah, that's the one that I haven't watched.
What did I think of the movie? No, that's 4.5. 5 stars.
You have got the 1996 version, haven't you, with Dennis Quaid?
Yep, that's the one.
Because there's a few Dragonhearts, like I was saying.
Officially giving it 5 stars. Absolute must-see with a review. And the tomato meter is still at 50%. Oh, does it need to be verified or something? Oh man, come on audience, we can do this. If all of us together go and push this movie up.
Yeah, this is the
power.
The power of the I can't say the name of the show's fan base.
The power of the show that cannot be named. Oh, it's got Pete Postlethwaite.
Yes, I was going to get to him later on.
I've never known his actor name. All I know is that whatever I like
Pete
him.
Postlethwaite. Like you say, Pete Postlethwaite. He plays a monk. He's chronicling the adventures of Dennis Quaid, who's this washed-up knight who's fallen out of love with the Knight's Code because of his corruption in the kingdom. Because his kind of charge that he was trying to train up was this prince who turned out to be corrupt, and he gets injured. The dragon lends part of his heart to try and give him mortality back to life and all this. But he corrupts the gift of the heart, and he kind of enslaves the kingdom. I won't say how it ends, but I defy you not to cry.
I don't know what you mean. I'm not thinking about it.
I mean, the music. I love the kind of the theme song, which we can't do because obviously rights.
Yeah.
But I'll just start whistling it sometimes. Oh, a knight is sworn to valor. His heart knows only good. I can't remember the knight's code. I am hereby sworn to valor, to speak only the truth, to use arms to defend the helpless, to use might to uphold the weak. My heart knows only virtue. Yeah, the old code by Dragonheart. Yeah. It's, I live by that. I think we could do with a bit more of that in the world, yeah. But no, like I say, it's this movie, and is it the best movie ever made? No, it's not going to win Oscars. I don't know if it won Oscars, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. You say the CGI is a little dated. It's a lovely kind of feel-good family film. You could literally watch it with any member of your family. You wouldn't feel embarrassed. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good coverage of Dragonheart.
My God, Jason Isaacs is in it as well.
It's got a really good cast.
2 Harry Potters in there.
It's got a really good cast. And well, that is the second episode of not Dude You Good. That is the second episode of Bro You Fine. We messed that one up. I'm going to blame Alex on that one. That was Alex taking the reins. He gave me a script and I read it.
Why would you read my script?
I'm like one of those news people who can't go off the teleprompt.
Are you reading final.3.final?
That's the one that starts with butts, right?
Yeah. So I hope you guys have been holding on to your butts like I advised you at the beginning, because it was a wild ride.
And of course, all those very hidden clues that we put in will reveal the treasure at the end.
Yeah, I hope you're paying attention.
I mean, that's just how
it was really hard to edit this because the timestamps, they're relevant.
Oh, yeah.